Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, B-Farm, thinking right out here in the lab, in the book, what I do for you. Oh, I got something nice for you. Get comfortable because this might take a minute, but it's all good. You know how we do. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give you life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that I get all right thinkers to know thyself. If you're a right thinker, then your goal is to, know thyself. So you see where we're going with this. So let's get there together, and I ask the question: do you know you? You well formed through. That's what I do. A person who knows not, and knows, excuse me, it's rhetorical, but you will when I'm through. Sorry, I got that answer. All right. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and to Maat, be true. All right, today's lesson, my favorite, Maat. I'm going to break it down to you again. I just gave you 42 confessions. That was ahead of this lesson, but I want to get that in. This is a continuation of it. So let's talk about Maat and what it means. The definition. Some would say harmony, and harmony is the union of opposites. Okay. Achieving harmony, aka enlightenment. How? Through the union of opposites, aka male and female. It's just the aspect. The opposite of male is female. The opposite of night is day. So don't get caught up. Everything male and female. Yin and the yang. Perfect example. Everybody understand that concept. It's universal. That's duality. Understand that. They just present it where everybody can get it. The little dot and say, yeah. But understand. Gotcha. Let's talk about Maat. That's my favorite. You already know that. But when I get done, you should have a different understanding and hopefully a better perspective of Maat and why it's important to me. All right, here you go. Maat is a philosophical, right there, a philosophical concept and principles of living a life based on truth and righteousness. That ain't religion. That ain't Christianity, that ain't Islam. No, that's your right, your inalienable right to do just that. So you can practice right thing philosophy. Ain't got to give up none of your religious perspective or bless whatever y'all do, okay? Understand that. I'm not anti-nothing. But I'm going to break that religion thing down for you too. So, I ain't in the hood, but we still got them crazy white boys doing that nonsense. They like to make noise. All right, back to the lesson. But remember, it's a philosophy that once learned and practiced makes all the difference in your personal life. I could care less about what you think and feel about it. Why? I made it for myself, so all I can do is try to help you out. And once you practice, you know for yourself. And Maat represents, listen, an exposition of virtuous rules. Right there. Ethical, moral, fundamental things that you can live by, of living by which one may exist where? In harmony with who? With fellow humans. If you're Muslim, you're a Buddhist, you're a Christian. Excuse me. I have no issues with your belief system, your faith, and what you follow, as long as you respect mine. I don't have to do what you do. I don't have to believe what you believe, but I have to be respected for what I believe. If you want to be respected for what you believe, it ain't no my God better than your God. I just talked to my brother this morning. Everybody like his father. We humanizing God. He don't operate like that. Man do. So understand it. We give you rules that harmonize so you can fellowship and live in harmony with what? Your fellow human beings. And what? All of the creation. The earth. Mother Earth that we just pollute okay, but this was the ancient concept of Maya. Understand that? Now I'll call it right thing. But it's the Maya philosophy just tweaked a little bit to my liking. Why? Because it's about me. But the philosophy is about I got it here. And they all, watch this, they who are able to utter these confessions, is 42 of them. I started out 27 years ago. I didn't get to 5 of them things that I was doing in my own life, being honest with myself. Simple as that. That ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. That's your personal, honest assessment of yourself, and that's what it does. Anybody critiquing you, you compare yourself to the righteous living people, a.k.a. Maat. Not Christians, Muslim or Jews. Damn them. 42 confessing Maat. You can practice any religion you want after that. And watch this. They who are able to utter these confessions in what? The affirmative. Right there. You saying I have not. And at the end of your earthly life, a.k.a. Judgment Day, may look forward to what? To the help of who? God and God's assistants, a.k.a. we know them as angels. Egyptians call them netters. Some people call them demons. Some call them sages and saints, etc. But these are all ways to help you, the individual, to what? Remembering and rediscovering what? Something that's already there. You just didn't know that your true essence with what? The raised consciousness, becoming aware, getting knowledge and understanding. Consciousness of what? A developed and a controlled personality, aka egoistic mind. When you conquer the ego, you have put the work in, you done the things necessary for that to happen. It don't just happen. Why? The ego ain't easily conquered. That's why a lot of people lose to it. Why? They can't conquer it. They don't put the work in or do the things they need to for that to happen for themselves. Hence, they be back. They didn't get it right, so they come back. All right? That's the concept. Remember, we only got theories and concepts. That's all we got. I don't care what religion you practice. I could care less. They call it belief system. Why? Because it's based on you believing what they're telling you. Simple as that. I like the philosophy and the philosophical concepts of the Egyptian concept. Why? That's the one that answered my questions for me when I was in search of the truth over 30 years ago. I'm staying there. You pick a horse in the race and you ride that horse. If that horse win place the show, you get paid. So you got 3 decisions. Christian, Islam, and Jew. Y'all don't know the 3 horses that's been paying off, obviously, because that's what everybody's riding. Okay? I got a black horse. I got the dark horse. Okay? Let's go. Let me break it down for you a little more. Hope you get the concept. It's all mental. And the scales of Maya, whenever you see this, and this is what balance is all based on. In order for there to be a scale, you got to have this. That's God. That's the foundation. In order to weigh something, you got to have something here, male, and something here, female. It can be gold or it can be a turd. Don't make a difference. But to balance out, if it's 10 pounds of gold and 10 pounds of crap, it's still 10 pounds. And they're going to balance each other out. So it don't make a difference what the opposites are in that category, that concept. So please get the understanding. But without God, there is no what? Balance at all. That's the faith and foundation which we represent as humans. Higher power. That's the fulcrum which you start from. Male and female is the physical body. Spirit don't need that. It needs a body, and the body identifies with the spirit in the physical form as either male or female. Why? For reproductional purpose. Come on, I ain't got time to play that. I'm not here to give you biology classes, but that's the concept. This all mental. Now, from the concept, the scales of Maat implies, again, balance. But balance decreed by who and for what? reason. Ding, 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 ding. Too much of a good thing. Okay? Too much of a bad thing. Oh, balance and understand the difference between the two. You'll be just fine. Okay? That's how you flow and just be like the water. Just let it go. A lot of us can't do that yet. We get scared because we start sinking, so they panic, okay? Like Jesus told Peter to walk on the water. For a minute, he had it, then he what? He realized, oh! See? Just conceptually, mental. Now, from the one pure God, consciousness, air is consciousness. How about that? What we breathe is consciousness. I gave that lesson about if you stop breathing for 4 minutes, you won't black out. You won't. Your brain won't stop. Your brain won't start. Your heart won't stop. You just pass out. You black out. Why? You lose consciousness. 4 minutes without it, you'll know. So moving on, and it makes a lot of sense. I just learned that perspective from KRS. Yeah, a rapper, but a conscious and very astute brother. So yeah, he did his thing. I like that. I always have respect for his conscious rap and style anyway. Now I know the reason why. But again, from the pure consciousness, God, comes what? Now, Maat. And this what he did. The first thing he did was institute Maat. Why? I need balance and order. That's why. That's what she represents. Again. And it comes into like male and female. But that's just the snap. That's the concept. That's the first allegorical and mythological concept they give you. Male and female. It don't always mean male and female. Okay? Up, down, in, out, right, left. You get the concept? So, okay. We start with male and female. Everybody thinks like that. So now there can be what? There can be interaction. Who? Between the three. The spirit gives life to what? The physical body. The body has to be signified by what? Balance. Male and female. Ding, 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 ding. Come on, man. It's real simple. Well, maybe it's to me, but that's the concept. And watch this. This principle of duality, male and female, is present where? Throughout all of manifestation. Everything's based on that philosophy and concept. Poles, opposites, throughout all manifestation in the phenomenal physical world. Nature including the human being. Okay? Dr. Clark, no exception. Now, in each of us, understand that, there is a male and female aspect of our consciousness. We got two hemispheres of the brain. Male, female, don't know. Left, right, don't make a difference, but there's two. For a reason. He didn't just give us one brain. He gave us two hemispheres. That's where the Maat comes in at. You got to follow me. This goes way back. I'm giving you origins. I'm giving you the concept of philosophy that y'all practice and say, but don't know where it come from. I'm giving you the origin where it come from. That's all. Nothing different. It's the same stuff. Let's go. Now, in the chakra system, what's this? In each of us, there is a male and female aspect of our consciousness. The chakras, now from 5 to 7, it represents the female aspect. Fellas, when we're having sexual intercourse with the woman, the man's on the bottom. I want to be on top, I want dog side. Damn what you want, okay? That's your preference. But the rule is, why? The women got the movement, so they on top. The women are more caring, more emotional, so they get to control the upper part, okay? Men, because you are more caring, they think you're gay. If you act a little feminine, oh, he got to be gay, he's soft. No, that's just the female part of you that you accentuate. That don't make you gay. What do you call it, metrosexuals? Now, I don't do medicure and pedicure. That just ain't my thing. A lot of women don't do it either, so everybody don't have to do it, but it's based on the preference. That's all it is. I'm moving on. But they show you the female should always be on top. Just said, your ego will fight nature. Nature don't fight. Nature lay it out for you. Now, you either get with the movement or you want to go against nature. Father Time, Mother Nature ain't lost about yet to man. Moving on. So your choice. But this, from 5 to 7, chakra, that's the higher part. And the female aspect of your consciousness, energy centers, which we call the chakras. And remember, the serpent, the kundalini, 2 females, Neptune and Aset. Okay? So the energy That part is basically female. Okay. Now, the chakras. Now, 1 to 3, fellas, pay attention, is the masculine aspect. So that's us, the men. That's all we want to do. So if that's all you base your life on, you're going to be living under beastly nature. Animals can do that. That ain't nothing. How about controlling? That's when the problem starts for a lot of us. Okay, moving on. So therefore, in order for creation itself to exist, the one truth that causes the existence must appear to be what? More than one. Hence, 3. I was 1, now I'm 3. Why? In order for me to do what I need to do, or have creation do what it need to do after I implement it, I need 2 things. So that's where Maat comes in at, and it's male and female for productional purposes. All right. Maat is therefore composed of what? 2 aspects of what? 2 truth, but which in reality is 2 sides of the same reality. For a coin, you need 2 sides. You can't have one side of the coin. That's not, it ain't gonna be legit. So you got heads and tails. Simple. They male and female is heads and tails. See, but the aspects are 2 opposites. That's what they're trying to show you. And this concept we call is termed from ancients called mayate. That means having dual concept and understanding right from wrong, good from bad, left from right, all that. That's mayate. Why? You held accountable to understand and know that. So now watch this. All you religious people who I got an issue with, the task of all religious or mystical, I follow the mystical system. So I'm with you with the concept, but all your religious, or even, they all represent the same thing, a mystical system I practice, is what? Is to balance. What is my balance? So I'm right on with that, y'all already. But now you got the interplay between what? Male and female, again, considered together when they working as one. That's mayate. You function at your highest optimal possibility. Why? You're using both sides of the brain, the male and female, left and right hemisphere, however you want to look at it, whatever you want to call it. But you got 2 opposites working together in order to create life. Male and female got to get together and have the interaction. See where we're going with this? That's creation from the male aspect, or the human aspect of the physical body. 2 men can't procreate. 2 women can. Okay, how much you love them, how much, man, don't mean a damn thing. Okay, you can love them for all you want, but you can't procreate. So you can't go against nature. Again, undefeated. But when you're dealing with mayate, that is to what? To be able to achieve an internal mode and a consciousness understanding which is rooted in one instead of being caught in what? The interplay between what? 2 and 3. In other words, to keep your balance. Always understanding right from wrong. Now I can what? Do what I think is best for me. If I just know wrong, there's no right there. And so same way for what you think is right and what you believe is right. And all of a sudden, how you know if it ain't compared to wrong? So you can't have night without what? Day. And understand that I made a statement that a lot of people took the wrong way. Black would always be light or white. Why? It came first. Sorry, white people. It ain't my way. It just is what it is. You come from the darkness, you come from the blackness. And then anybody with a near-death experience, stop going to the light. Why? It's the fake out. Go to the darkness. You'll be fine. But if you're not spiritually enlightened, you go right to the light. Why? I'm spiritually light. No, go back to the darkness. The dark side. You don't know the force of the dark side because y'all too scared to go there. It's you. What the hell? Take that walk. Stroll on the dark side. Check this stuff out. All right, let me get this lesson out the way. Evidence from prehistoric times suggests what? That what's this? This what pissed, I guess, the white man off, or the man, because Egyptian, we have a problem. This what pissed them off. The imbalance suggested what? That existed between what? Male and female humans, such that the females control the knowledge of what? Childbirth. And therefore, they controlled the men. How? They still got pregnant. They still used the men to get impregnated. Nope. But by keeping them, what? Ignorant. Uh-oh. Scooby-Doo. Ruh-roh. The women kept the men ignorant of childbirth. Watch this. And to their participation of the childbirth. Men, when I saw my son, I caught my son. Matter of fact, I saw him before she did. Why? I'm on the other end waiting for him to come out. When I saw the little dingleberries, I was a happy camper because I wanted the boy. But what if it messed up? That what if? Nonsense. Faith again. All right, mine was strong, and I got my answer. But that's the whole thing. You can believe what you want. Facts will show out one way or another. All right. So again, but they kept the men in the dark. But some historians, again, I don't subscribe to belief. Some historians believe, okay, they don't know. So if you tell me you believe, that means that's not fact. So I'm going to put less interest in what you're telling me once you say believe. Watch this. They believe that women were able to maintain the illusion of superiority, which caused men to hold women in awe. Put a pin right there. Any man with half a cinch. Stop equating women with your wife, your mother. Start there. Your grandmother. Start looking at women from a different aspect. How about that? Never mind what kind of woman you like or the kind of, you know that ain't got nothing to do with it. Your mother birthed you. If you don't deal and look at her in reverence, why the hell you think, who the hell, he ain't did a damn thing, no special. Okay? Yeah, understand that. So, but we had it. Little misunderstanding that, no balance. They're just showing you that right there, imbalance. And they believe that was one of the issues. And then watch this. So, man, when you lie to somebody, don't tell them everything, whole lot of whatever. Okay, but when it's found out that you wasn't 100% honest with me, the person who finds that out, they feel betrayed. They feel wrong, done wrong. And they're going to take the vengeance out one way or another, and everybody say, yeah, but they're going to emotionally and systematically, scientifically, or whatever, mathematically, psychologically, they're going to seek revenge. Women, y'all ain't nothing worse than a women pissed off. So when a man lied to you by cheating on you, y'all think that's the right to just go, I'll lose your damn mind. No excuses for doing that, but all y'all need is a reason. Okay, that's the emotion. Get me riled up. But the women had control over the childbirth. That's what they said. Excuse me. Get back to this lesson. I see the clock. All right, let me wrap this up. So therefore, women were able to control men and I guess abuse them. Not unlike the modern day abuse of women by men in our society right now. I ain't going there. As the men gradually became knowledgeable about their participation in birth conception, they reacted, there you go, in a vengeful manner. That's ignorance. Okay, right there. I can understand being upset. We all been there. But your ignorance and your ego will push you emotionally to now act out. There you go. That's the problem right there. And thus, civilization plunged into this other extreme, where now, instead of having a matriarchal society, it turned into a patriarchal society, which eventually led to what? Remember the witch hunts? If a woman, knew a few things, she was a witch. She had knowledge, she was a witch. So that means the Christians still don't want the females in the pulpit. That's all ego. That's pure ego at its highest. God don't discriminate who serve him, who worship him, who preach. Come on, really? We had priests and priestesses in Egypt for a reason. Hello? Y'all got these nuns in monasteries freaking on each other. Why? Because y'all put them in position just to do that. They're not doing it for the weather. They still have urges that they satisfy. So they're not being honest with themselves. Okay? Abstinence meaning no sexual encounter with yourself or anybody else. That means masturbation also. Y'all think of the lesbian, I didn't know, that's still the same thing. That energy, that orgasm, that's taking years of your life, first of all. And everybody do it because it feels good. Everything that feels good ain't always good. That's what they see by balance. Understand that. Too much of a good thing is, we got to pay for that. And watch this. Now, they reacted in a vulgar manner. Men. So this civilization now plunged into extremes, which eventually led to the witch hunts and such atrocities against just the women. This man that went up against women, black people, and everybody else. Moving on, just put that out there. But this shows a direct imbalance. And now the imbalance is what? Still on the sides of who? The males. Watch this. Who control the women and seemingly everything else. White man privileges, who in control? Oh, rich white man. The imbalance on either side is a reaction. It's just a reflection of what? Our individual consciousness. And as a result, they are in balance, created in whatever is manifest in what? The world of physical reality resulting. Watch this. When there's an imbalance, watch this. There results, you know what we're going to have? Wars, sexism, racism, capitalism, senses of individualism, egoism, mental disease, physical disease, sexually transmitted disease. When we go on, I'm going to stop right there. See where I'm going with this? And that's today. They foresaw that thousands of years ago, and we right to this day, the same what they said would happen happened. So truth is what it is. The facts is what it is. This is ancient information, and I can still use it compared to what's going on right today. That's my point. Let me wrap this up. So now where we at? The imbalance. Okay, capitalism, all this bad stuff, everything negative. So therefore, anything that promotes what? The balance of the apparent opposites in creation, that constitutes the following of who? Maat. My favorite. And that's what I do. I live it, eat, sleep, drink it. Why? And Maat, that means upholding what we know is cosmic order. I ain't trying to go against nature. I ain't fighting against nothing. I just go with it. That's the difference. And when you have supreme mental balance, thinking right, and supreme peace within oneself, that's harmony in what? The union of opposites. You got your lower nature under control. Your higher nature, your alter ego now, who should be running the show, is in control. And you're living your best life. I know I am. And that's only because what I dictate that. I control and make that happen, make it possible. I ain't relying on someone else to make me happy. Moving on. That's the concept. Okay. I'm going to wrap it up with this one. All right. This is it. All right. From a deeper perspective, and if you really get this, understand the right thing, because that's how I love you, by having an intuitive understanding, natural, of what? The union, that underlying creation, and of its appearance of duality, now one can what? Truly identify with the union of what? Oneness. We're individual, dual, I mean D-U-A-L, that's the dual character of us being spiritual beings having a human experience, that individual right there. Ality, meaning every individual has it for themselves. And it's the underlying creation, appearance of duality. And now you can really appreciate what? The concept of oneness when you put yourself there mentally and practice the concepts. So therefore, cultivate this unity by meditation daily within what? Oneself. I don't need to go outside myself to talk to God. I don't need nobody outside myself to communicate with God. See where I'm going with this? You don't either. If the church would be pissed off. Why? Nobody come to church. They think you come to church to find God. I tell my pastor, my man, I know God ain't in church, but the spirit that we all come there with, put him there within us. I get that. That's why I go. I understand the concept. Again, I know definition. All right, but wrap it up. And this is the basis of what they got the Tantra Yoga. I mean, it's all physical. They becoming two people, becoming one through what? Sexual union. Okay? Intercourse. Two people try to become one. Moving on. And seeking union with what? With God. You can't do that through sexual intercourse. You can do that within yourself. But through the worship and the understanding of nature, aka which is female mother, nature, as a projection of God, Father, the Spirit, which is considered male. See how they go together? I like that. I hope you understand it. Again, as above, so below. All right. And they tell you this phrase right here. You can take it and make it any way you want. We are created in the image of God. Real quick for me, right there. Bam. I ain't got to go no further. And what I spit out, bam, right there. So that concept works perfect if you can understand it symbolically and realistically. You look like your parents. Those are your creators. Get past the nonsense of this God. I'm in the image of God. Yeah. Okay. To be able to think and procreate in the physical form. God did that by himself. We need help. So we are guys with reflection in the flesh. Again, spiritual beings having human experience, become God-like. So what? The spirit can go back where it's come. God, it ain't ours to sell. Stop with the selling soul nonsense. Okay, moving on. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'm out. And right thinkers, in closing, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I know none of my right thinkers passed away. I got more of my information coming your way. So I'll be right back.